goes to the front.
Award on the inside of Marcus Ericsson and spins. Pato Award has crashed out of the Indianapolis 500.
That was a wild ride for Pato Award. Thought about going to the inside, came up, went back down for a late move. Other cars involved. Augustine Canapino moving slowly, and it looks like one of the Meyer Shankage. Oh, no control.
Comes Noeka as well in the number 13, the black and white car. Oh, there's a spin. Matthew Dirks has gone around. This is going to be another big one. Huge incident. Huge incident.
That's Woody Hyman.
Hyman getting kicked around. All kinds of debris from the
top of the screen. Lost the rear going in, and that's a very fast part of track. It actually crests a little bit on the top of 10 and 11. This is an on-board shot. Yeah, just lost the rear, and as soon as you go up, there's not a lot of runoff there. Oh, you can hear that damage. And I was getting...
Worked so hard for it, worked his way up to 12th, and now significant damage to that 27. The impact right here.
It might have been Andy J. maybe that got in the back of Jesse.
Yeah, no, it's just definitely a stack up there with...
A ver, uy, cómo salió, se trabó, qué bar, cuántas vueltas dio. Bueno, y ahí quedó, lo frenó.
Veio de traseira, acabou indo de frente ali no guarda-reio e aí capote. Acabou girando por ali. Piloto do carro de numeral 32. Impressionante a forma com que o carro girou. Mas olha, importante aí toda essa parte.
And comes back on track. It's all clear at the moment. 3-car gang. Going out, there's contact there. Two base, and that's John Mickle. Very nasty consequences.
Trasera del pelotón, ahí está el contacto. Justamente voltean a Jesús Ruiz sobre Mateo. ¿Y quiénes fueron los que hicieron el contacto? Es la camioneta 34 y la camioneta es Carlos Medina y creo que Marcelo Ramírez.
What happened? Oh, that's a big one. Multiple cars involved in that. Bit embarked.
Oh, we've seen this. Got collected. Nowhere to go. 60 drops the wheel off. Take 16 with them. I thought for a moment he was going to...
Ja, das ist der typische Schwedenkreuzunfall. Jetzt schlägt er ein und dann fängt er an, sich zu überschlagen. Boah, Gut zu sehen. Fenster ist auch auf. Ne? Wäre fast der Kopf noch raus. Sieht's direkt...
Hey. Oh, man, hold on, Billy Albert.
Kind of make his move to the inside. Here comes, he goes to the inside, down comes Sykes a little bit. He climbs right up over top of the curbing and essentially coming up over the curbing at that speed, launches the car up into the air and then, of course, helped over. You can see the end of it here as he essentially climbs right over top of Simon Sykes.
That would have been Simon trying to get, oh my goodness. You can see his hands pulled back to his chest, probably grabbing his shoulder belts. And again, I'm going to go back to the good news of that, if there is any, is that...
For a wait for it is like, well, the Lamborghini spinning. The Mercedes end up on the other side of the track. Here it is, coming backwards. No, there's the Lamborghini sitting sideways. And the Thieber car, it caught the tail. So the Mercedes that caused the incident got away scot-free around the outside of the gravel trap.
Do acidente. Exatamente, ali na aproximação pro S do Saul, aqueles pneus não estavam aparafusados.
Say I blame him. But I'm trying to get coming off of turn number 4. Contact, hard hit by Austin Faxon. Peyton Seller's involved. Big contact. Caution flag flies.
The tire barrier. After that, I should be good. Kyle Busch, you see him just sliding. He was very nervous about the wet conditions, and that nervousness proving itself as he gets into the...
Had a similar accident a few years ago from memory. Can't slow down on the grass, just locked up and straight into the barrier, but it's good to see him out the car.
That's a fair speed down.
Luis, he's sitting in that 4th spot. Oh, tight racing, and Devin Borden end over end on the top side of 2.
Devin Borden up.
Contact. Now let's have a look at what happened to Alice Buckley here. Ran wide. She braked a little deep. Geez, she's lucky she didn't end up on the roof of that Toyota.
By Augusto Farfus.
By Augusta Farfus, excuse me, Jeremy. Yes, you're absolutely right. No, all of the wheels are locked up, but that was as a that was...
I believe, who was tagged into a spin, and we can see him at the very top of the picture. Whoa!
Tommy Smith there, almost airborne, coming into the chicane.
To forego the position anyway. Now this was the incident.
So it was contact with the East Talent Audi on the exit. Just on
coming in towards turn one. The battle for third place is still going on as well. But Simon, no, goodness me! Oh, big tire.
Here's what happened. Does he get help?
No, I don't think he got help. Okay.
He's dipped a wheel.
Wow.
He's dipped a wheel on the left-hand side and a massive impact.
Yep.
Oh,
turn number 2. Sabi by Havoc Harling. Oh, little contact there. Oh, and Sabi goes over. Vicious wreck in turn number 3. Leighton's involved as well. Red flag out immediately.
To be brave on that wet line. Mackenzie Walker was a little bit too brave. And big incident for Elman off on the approach to Hall Bends. That is a big impact.
不错，我们刚才看到后面这是朱代维的起跑再次的滞后，他的赛车是停在了那里，这边发生了一个碰撞，非常的危险，后边的有他是封锁，这是。
rutscht an der Wand entlang und kommt dann mitten auf der Strecke. Och, und meine Güte, reißt Buemi mit, reißt... Und das ist dann der Treffer von Edo hier entlang der Strecke. Und jetzt kommt Buemi, zack, trifft ihn. Da Costa, der ihn auch noch trifft. Deswegen und dann rechts einschlägt. Deswegen der ebenfalls die Mauer berührt, aber auf der linken Seite. Nato kommt zum Stehen. Boah, und Wahnsinn. Mortara kommt dann da um die Ecke, hat keine Ahnung, was da vor sich geht. Und die anderen Trümmer, die sind einfach dort... Wer kommt da noch angeschlittert? Das ist... eines der Abt Cupra-Autos gewesen.
Maintenant, avec cette voiture qui revient sur la piste et qui envoie le pauvre, il ne pouvait pas faire grand-chose, hein. Voire absolument rien.
Difficult weekend so far for Gustavo Farah. We have to remember that he had an interesting championship situation, just 5 points clear of class leader.
The class suddenly goes Frank Bird. The Audis get together and off goes one of the Gold Cup Audis at high speed into the
inside. Big run around the outside for Jace Denmark. Does he make it work? He does. He'll slot into second. Big connection there. Weir, Grand Force. Brown gets caught up. A scope.
Yeah, I mean, there's something, Ryan Sieg is an accomplished race car driver.
You can see him coming round, he just gives it a boot of throttle and the back end steps out and into the barrier.
Yeah, Cresswell. And here's the incident then for Farrier.
It's Tommy Smith who was on the inside.
It looked more to me like Jack Harvey got a little bit wide, pushed Ryan Hunter-Reay into, it was Tom Blomqvist who was all the way on the outside of that 3-wide situation. Jack would have no idea there were 2 cars outside of him.
Oh, contact from...
That was the Toyota. That was the Toyota. No, I think it was the 8 car. I think it was contact from the 8.
Va ad impostare la scarperia.
Errore di
Comandini si è inserito tra l'Audi e Tamburini. Macchina.
Kimi Antonelli, he wins here at Mugello. Oh, goodness me. A huge crash across the line as Martinius Stenshorn and Santiago Ramos were...
As literally banded tires. And there they deform almost all the way back to the final barrier, doing everything.
Still there on the inside, and I think NASCAR is just about going to be in control. Oh, and a collision for Capelli. Anto fell further back in the order, sends everyone else skittling, and that is a major...
Bunching, but unfortunately Giddings has had a touch in the apex and just
slide, pushes up to the outside, and just brutal impact just before he gets.
Full thing.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, at least.
Padangos ir čia prašau.
Labai smarkiai nuslydo ir čia jau tiesiog Tauvydas Rudokas tapo keleivis ir nieko negalėjo padaryti. Kabino šlaitą ir automatiškai šlaitas išmetė automobilį į viršų ir jis pataikė į bokštelį. Svarbiausia, kad liko visi sveiki.
Incidentas trasoje.
Well, there isn't any damage to the roll cage there at all, the safety cell in which the driver sits. So here, look, doesn't hit the ground too heavily on the roof, maybe top right corner, but it's a proper washing machine of a roll. Now, Emma was heli to hospital for checks. She's got...
Lo están esperando Josito Di Palma, Se rompió todo, me dice Cristian Martínez. Quieren saber qué es lo que está pasando con el auto. Prepararon una trompa nueva y también un neumático.
Claro, es que se enganchó de los dos lados, Josito.
toque, já aqui toque no Starlet.
Já está.
Já temos corrida interrompida, de certeza.
Corrida interrompida neste momento.
Yellow flag is out, that's down at turn 6, so that's a fast part of the track. It's another crash, it's a Jaguar! It's Sam Bird! Sam Bird has crashed out! Oh no, that's absolutely huge! Sebastian Buemi into the side of him, red flag is immediate! He's just wide. Sam's wide and he's over the crest. And as he spins round, it's there that he's moving around and the impacts behind. The people behind have got a very narrow area where they can maybe get it through. Or we didn't see the first part of that, so we only saw the Maserati. Yeah, this could be important. Let's have another look. So this is Bird's crash. Buemi goes into the back of it there as well. Competitive effect. Oh, and that's Mortara. That's the one that's really, really nasty. Robin Fright's involved in there. On the run up in towards turn 7, side by side they go. Cassidy on the outside. Oh, Mitchell go and over onto the back of Nick Cassidy, the two title protagonists.
Luckily the car had enough rotation in it, it's just dispersed a lot of the energy, and at this point you're bracing yourself.
Yeah. That's the Gerhard Berger moment. Feet off the pedals, hands off the steering wheel, roll yourself into as small a ball as you can.
Saw as he came over the crest, the energy going through that car, the rear right tyre off the ground.
He's on the right line. Oh, it's just, you know, it's like as the car bottomed, it bottomed in Eau Rouge.
Kamikaze up the inside there and sent everyone, I think is what happened. Dear oh dear. 4 of them off. And luckily everybody else was able to Bradley.
Be a very quick driver, and there's an opportunity now for a change of the competition. Coming together between the top two. Paul Rogers and Marcus Vivian come together on the way out of Vegas.
Why everybody lost it.
And that's why it also expired on circuit.
So there is the escape of the scene. Oh, my goodness me. Henrik Steele drops it, and he's not the only one to go in. As all of a sudden, on the scene, that's the 24 Porsche Collection.
On va revoir peut-être, il perd l'arrière de la voiture tout seul et puis il vient ici percuter le mur. On en parlait des pneus froids, Vincent, c'est exactement ce qui se passe ici. Technique, le GT4, et on revoit cette sortie de piste, mais vraiment très très spectaculaire avec l'arrière.
Está por el lado interno, y está por el lado interno, no puede doblar para afuera, se van a molestar, se van a tocar.
Tiene que sacar
se
el
van a
auto.
tocar. ¡Ay, mirá vos! Vuela prácticamente uno de los autos.
Back straight away, he makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent.
Pretty big speed differential, because right here, Will Power is jumping on the brakes. Oh. And I sure hope that the front part of Ericsson's tub wasn't compromised, where the nose cone bolts on.
Brought out the red flag. There's the moment for Logan Sargent. Not much runoff area around.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Holy cow!
All right.
Caution! Caution! O Kiko Porto vai engolir todo mundo, será? Aí sobrou pro Dorivaldo Gondra. Acaba ficando atravessado em meio ao pelotão e o Gui Marques não conseguiu evitar o toque. E o Giovanni Girotto acabou, pernambucano Dorivaldo Gondra, que acaba...
Under green flag conditions, here's a replay of what happened.
Right, so Engelhardt has lost it because it's greasy. Skittles down the inside on the grass through turn 1. He's going to clatter into the Porsche of Guen, who has nothing to do with that. That is really unlucky for Ayen Guen, who has had a big hit there. You can see him wincing in the car when we saw the onboard, so clearly a huge impact there. And
what happened for the... big shunt there. That was... It was airborne as it hit the curb going through the chicane. I tell you what, I've not seen.
Number 1. Lacroix was down below the 27 of Ranger and up over top. A big wreck into turn number 1.
There's Hunter Ray. Nothing there. Oh, Felix went in deep. Canapino went in deep.
Assess.
So it was actually, it was bar billiards, wasn't it, down through the corner, because there was a double push onto that McLaren.
On that 13 car, here's one more look at it, hits the wheel, and boy, oh, Johnny, what an impact to the left side of that race car.
Logano jumps the curbs and ends up getting contact with Haley, pushes Haley out in the grass, and now Haley's just along for the ride. Watch as he hits these tire barriers. Those things are great when you hit them head on, but when you hit them sideways, it just pulls them apart from each other.
We saw on the initial lap Chase Elliott opting to not do that.
De la camioneta del público se lo regala. Mira, viene el giro y es Jesús que quien le pega. Viene el freeway porque Alonso se sale, se quiere meter por el medio. Santiago viene el contacto y aquí no tiene nada que hacer y Charlie intenta pasar por dentro y hacen ese contacto en la parte interna y el giro. Esto está bien. Este azotón es el que puede ser peligroso para el piloto Cari.
And 20 minutes of action underway now. Good start made by Foden. Look from pole position. Not a great getaway from Ollie Graham. Jack Noller's going to try and squeeze to his left. Ends up on the grass and sensibly bails out of that situation. So Foden will get the lead. Then Greytrek second. Oh no, that's pulling. I think that's Luke pulling off into the barriers, is it?
A little bit more contact as they went over the right-hand turn. Another bonsai move from Henderson, and Greaves goes into the wall.
Themselves as best as possible. This is why we're under the red flag, by the way. 3 cars involved. The pole sitter, Matt Pombo, in the Honda that you see there with the trunk lid open.
The mark there, you see, just gets wide through turn 7, pinched it a little bit, couldn't afford to give the car its head any further, thought he's going to get way out in the grass, and that just threw a bit of contact.
So Wall was right in the middle, so O'Keefe's turned around, Max Verdova's in the vicinity, and then Luke King, and it was actually Wall.
Piastri, that's happened all by himself, and I wonder if Ricciardo's tried to take there.
Piastri's in the wall. There should be a yellow flag. Oh.
And then in goes Ricciardo, but...
Rejoins right. Oh! And that's the leader.
Oh, no.
George Kurtz straight into the back. Now Samantha Tan has to get...
Rex right there. I'll be honest, I was watching that 54. He had a little bit of a wiggle before the push. If we slow it down, I saw that car just wiggle.
Danny Zazelski's all the way down to the inside of the race car. You look at him. Look at the contact further back, up in the air. Oh, that car is up in the air. I wasn't even looking at a Scoto. But as Nikita Johnson tries to come back across the track and into the corner.
Remember, the driver is slightly unsighted as he comes in. The car buckles. I mean, that just took the whole of the right front corner, didn't it? Even took the tyre. I think punctured the tyre, but a lot of damage.
In the background of your shot for the incident for Zane Maloney. Oh, and he's caught from behind. He's caught from behind and turned into that outside wall. Is it Nissani?
I think it's Roy Nissani in the PHM who was running directly behind.
Here it is again.
It's a big contact. Yeah, Franzoni just gets it in the back of Reese Gold, and then it compounds from there.
Off of turn number 1. Something, I believe, let go on the front of that race car.
Up on the gravel, couldn't get the car turned. Oh, and did Spinkovic roll? Yes, he did. Goodness me. Well, I'm glad to say that we've already seen Jerzy Spinkovic out of the car. But oh, that was a heavy landing on the roof there, as well as the car continued to rotate. A number of rolls there. You'll be unsurprised to hear that the safety car has been deployed. Understandably comes back down the inside. The door closes. There's contact. And because of the angle of the corner, because of the downhill run and the lightness of the rear wheels, around she went and just collected with the back of the car. Adrian Rushny, who was really unlucky to get
a place in the top 10. Was contact. So Seabear's gone into the back. Oh my goodness me! It's gone on its side and come to a halt.
Really needed that second bite of the cherry there, didn't he?
Oh no, that's Jenson O'Neill going airborne, over he goes, and that is a big crash for Jenson O'Neill going down at the bottom of the old hairpin. That is a big one indeed.
This is a great angle for it. Ratcliffe's actually going to hit the wall, I think, bounce off it, and then go again. He has to go through the wreck to silver.
Good enough to get him into a position where he can think about Q2. And oh no! He's hit the wall! That is a big, big moment.
movement and a big.
He's by himself, loses the rear of the car just a touch. He's in the gravel trap and he's in the barrier before he can do anything about it. And it was the muscle memory that basically got him to try to continue, not realising.
Tommy Gillam doesn't probably know he's there, squeezes him a little bit into that left-hand tyre wall. And then after that, it's just a case of, I mean, that just sums up everything that Tim Harvey says about track furniture. I mean,
And Cooper Bouchard in the... Oh! Gammon him at 25! Upside down! It's the Labor Day Classic at Thunder Road Speed Bowl, and it's a twofer for...